Today in the Quadratec Academy, we're going to show you take the axle back exhaust out of your 2018 or newer Jeep Wrangler JL. Hey, Rob here for Quadratec.com. Welcome to another edition of the Quadratec Academy. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the steps needed to remove the factory axle back exhaust from your 2018 or newer Jeep Wrangler JL equipped with a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 engine. Now these steps are identical whether you have a 2 or a 4-door Wrangler, and they're very easy. In fact, it's only going to take you probably less than a half hour. You can do right at home in your driveway with just a few simple hand tools. Now we're going to be doing this job today so that we can prep our vehicle and get it ready for the install of a new axle back exhaust. And to complete this job, we are going to need a few tools. We're going to need a 15mm socket along with an extension and either a socket wrench or an impact driver. You're going to need a 13mm socket, again, along with an extension and a socket wrench. If you have a ratcheting 13mm wrench, that's going to come in handy as well. And then you're either going to need a pry bar or a pair of exhaust hanger pliers to get those old exhaust hangers removed. And then a bottle of some type of spray lubricant will also assist in removing and reinstalling those exhaust hangers. So the first step is to go ahead and grab our 15mm socket. I'm going to be using the impact gun, and we need to loosen up the exhaust clamp that's found directly above our rear axle. Now with that exhaust clamp loosened up, the next step is to go ahead and remove the 4 bolts, 2 per side, that are holding our exhaust hanger brackets to the frame rails. Once we remove those, that's going to allow us to drop the entire assembly away from the vehicle, and then we can go on to separating the exhaust hangers from the old factory exhaust system. Now those 2 13mm bolts per side are holding the bracket to the frame. One is going to be running laterally into the frame, and the other one is going to be running from front to back of the vehicle. And this is where that extension with your 13mm socket and your 13mm ratcheting wrench are going to come in handy. Now with all 4 bolts removed from those exhaust hangers, the muffler is really going to be holding up in there. Both of those brackets are sort of a compression fit, and depending how old your Wrangler is, well, separating the 2 sections of exhaust piping may be a little bit difficult. Really, you just have to kind of wiggle the whole assembly around until you get those 2 brackets to drop out, and then you might have to just kind of twist the exhaust back and forth to separate those 2 pieces of pipe. Now with the muffler sitting on our table here, we can go ahead and remove our exhaust hangers from our OE exhaust so that we can transfer these over to our new exhaust when we install that. One of the really nice things about working on the JL is the fact that we can remove the entire exhaust hanger assembly with the exhaust instead of having to wrestle with it while it's tucked up underneath of the Jeep. Now to remove these rubber hangers, you're going to need to either grab yourself a large screwdriver or a pry bar, and you're simply going to need to wedge this in here and work that hanger off of the post. Or what I highly recommend you do is to go out and grab yourself an exhaust hanger tool. Now you can find these on the internet for under about 20 bucks, and if you're anything like me, I always look at doing a job as an excuse to add a new tool to my toolbox. And this is going to make your life a whole lot easier, especially if you're doing exhaust on anything else down the line. Now another good tip here is to grab yourself some spray lubricant and just give a quick spray to these posts here. That's also going to make it a little easier to remove these hangers. And with that exhaust hanger tool, you simply want to place the back end on the post here. Make sure you get it behind the little flange there on the post. And then by simply squeezing the tool, you can see just how easy it is to pop that exhaust hanger right off. At this point, go ahead and grab the other one. And with this, you can pretty much keep these aside until you're ready to go ahead and install your new exhaust. We'll install those on that before installing the whole assembly into the Wrangler. But really, that's all that's involved in removing your factory axle back exhaust from a 2018 or newer Jeep Wrangler JL 2 or 4-door. Remember, those steps are the same. Now, if you guys have any comments or questions about removing your axle back exhaust from your Wrangler, you can leave those for us in the comments section below. Of course, you want to make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're sure to catch all of our latest tips and tricks right here in the Quadratec Academy. Until next time, I'm Rob. I'll see you guys out on the trail. Hey man, today we're in the Quadratec Academy. That was a weird, what was that?